Hi guys, this is Crimson with another Crimson podcast, episode 3, and today I have the notorious White Wolf, well, the Lone Wolf, as he says, Mark Dolan. How's it going, my friend?
Hello, Crimson. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good. It's good to have you on, dude. It's good to have you on.
Just finally made it on.
Yeah, well, as I keep on saying on the other two episodes that I have done, guys, if you haven't checked it out, there's been a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers that have wanted to come on Crimson Podcast and things like that. So it's a new thing, obviously, you know. Anyways, dude, the first question I have for you is, what do you think to last show? What do you think to Apocalypse?
Apocalypse, I'll tell you now, Crimson, Apocalypse were mental, but it were one of the best shows I've ever performed in. I put basically nearly my career on the line in my match, and then I witnessed yours. And I was like, yes, I know now, even though we had a match, Crimson, but I know I'd do it again. And like Side Split said in his live stream, he said he would go against Crimson in a weapons match if he ever did one. And I'm like, I'd be up for that. I put myself through 800 thumbtacks last event.
I tell you what, those little things do hurt. I do admit they do kind of hurt. But anyways, like now obviously you had a match with Carnage and Side Splitter at the last show, and unfortunately you didn't win. So where do you see yourself on the next show then, dude?
My next show is, I've got my sights on the title. I didn't win the last Memorial Battle Royal. The one you brought in, Crimson, the Hardcore Championship. I see myself as a reigning defending Hardcore Champion.
Yeah.
But I found out that Psychosis might be accepting Mark Dolan's challenge.
Yeah. I understand where you're coming from, dude. I understand where you're coming from, and
yeah.
It is coming from the Extreme Artist himself. Obviously, that is me. If you do go for the Hardcore title, then obviously I wish you luck for that. And you never know, you might have both titles, the Extreme title and the Hardcore title that Psychosis now owns. By the way, guys, this is one of the referees at SWF. He's one of the youngest. Well, he probably is the youngest referee ever. This is John. And also he is one of our managers. He is the little demon of the hashtag Demon Nation and Team Crimson. So yeah, it's nice to have him on as well. But yeah, dude, like I know where you're coming from. Like obviously, to see you and Psychosis go 1-on-1 for the Hardcore title will be pretty interesting. So fingers crossed. Aftershock, that would be a pretty good lineup show. Any predictions for Aftershock show? Like any matches that you think will happen? I know obviously there is Carnage's Open Challenge that is doing Leo Lieber versus James Westney. The rivalry continues in a street fight, I believe, and I think that's about it for the time being. I don't know, dude. Like, could you help us out on that?
Well, I've not really heard of different matches. I know Side Splitter may be doing a different match. I know Lazarado may be versing Grace John again, or a new different one. But I think James Wesley possibly will win the rivalry. The brothers against each other, James Wesley versus Leo Lieber match. I think James Wesley to win, because it's his high time to get on the Shining Star back on the road to victory.
Yeah, I know. Keep going.
And then you've also got, like you said, you've got the Carnage Open Challenge. I do think Carnage will win, because what I've heard, Carnage is going off against most of the rookies, but I don't know, to be fair, but I think Carnage will become victorious again.
Well, you never know, dude. It could be anyone. It's an open challenge. It could be me, it could be you, it could be Side Splitter, it could be
Roman Reigns
or John Cena. We don't know. It is an open challenge. Anyone, exactly, dude. Anyone can come out and obviously go against Carnage. We never know. So, fingers crossed, guys. We'll find out.
Like I said, Carnage before, I'm still standing after that match. I still stood up.
Yeah.
Everyone thought I might have stayed on the floor. I got up.
Fair dues, dude.
Me and Carnage have a mutual respect now. I proved to him what I'm capable of. He proved to me the same.
I just can't believe what you did with the cheese grater.
Yeah.
Trying to cut your head open.
He broke the cheese grater, guys.
You're a murderer.
It's not the first time. You know, I have cracked my head open when I was a little child, but Charlie got distinguished by the hands of Carnage after flattening Charlie the cheese grater on Mark Dolan's back.
Well, you know.
But Side Split is too coward to answer for the UK Championship because I think he's scared of losing it again.
You never know, dude. You never know. We could see Mark Dolan versus Side Splitter number 3, I believe. We don't know that. I'll be looking forward to seeing that, to be fair. But the match I would like to see at Aftershock would be the Death Doors situation. Obviously, you've got Dante, Callum Marsden, Jack Ripper, William Reaper, and I think is that it? Yeah, that is it. Sorry guys, we are currently going through technical difficulties. Unfortunately, the connection is shit. So, we'll ring him back. If not, then I'll go on to another person that is welcome on the show. We just gotta find out if he can.
Yeah.
So just bear with us. Just bear with us. Skype call, shit. Anyway, we're back onto the call. So as I was saying, the match I wouldn't mind actually seeing, which will be very, very interesting, would be the Death Door situation. So it is, you've got Dante, you've got Callum Marsden, you've got Jack Ripper, and you've got William the Reaper Hemshaw in a fatal 4-way match.
I think, obviously, William the Hemshaw, the Reaper, as it is known, just he needs this long stick with a blade at the end. And the cloak.
But
I can title off James Lesnar. He won the Cruiserweight, and he's never first ever Cruiserweight champion, which we me. No one has. No one's first me for that belt. I ended up losing it a while back. But I think the Death Doors situation, Dante, obviously you heard what happened to him afterwards, the 3 broken ribs, the mild concussion.
That wasn't my fault, by the way, guys, just to let you know. Well,
that weren't even mine because I didn't do anything, but I were wrestling down the day before.
By the way, guys, just to let you guys know as well, sorry to interrupt there, Mark Dolan. But Mr. Mark Dolan is part of a company called SBW, which is Stampede Backyard Wrestling. You've probably heard me say it before on the last episode and the episode before with Clayton Andrews and Kevin King. Basically, going a bit onto it now, it is Stampede Backyard Wrestling, as I said before. It is proper, pure backyard wrestling. It is a side project of what we do. It's like a sort of hardcore version of that because we're trying to get the main company away from the weapons and stuff like that, even though I encourage them into the fucking company and shit, but yeah. So anyways, dude, like, speaking of SBW, like, because obviously you are the creator of SBW, you are the main manager of SBW as well.
That's true.
why did you form SBW, and what made you sort of think, right, we're going back old school kind of thing, if you know what I mean?
Well, I had a look at SWF and its current position and current situation with the amount of roster members we lost and how many we gained, and I thought, I know some of us like the old school stuff, and SBW has been an idea since I was maybe about in secondary school, so when I was about around 16 years old, going younger. I've always had an idea of doing backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
Because my biggest inspiration for backyard wrestling were ESW. They were one of my biggest inspirations for backyard wrestling.
I'm guessing that was Wicked J by any chance.
Wicked J, Alex G, the storyline between them, the blood feud that they had, inspired me to bring it in.
Well, that's very interesting to say, Mr. Mark Dolan, and obviously we will be having 2 new members of going to SBW shortly, very, very soon, which will be interesting to see who they will be going against. Anyway, going off that kind of, what were your main inspiration like to join SWF? Like,
I was actually approached, to be honest. I was approached by Sidesplit to join SWF. And he says, do you have an interest in wrestling? I'm like, yes. But the main inspiration that got me into wrestling were CM Punk. He got me back into it, the way he was acting on the mic, the way he motivated the crowds.
Yeah.
The way he did his ring technical style in the ring became inspirational. I followed wrestling since I was maybe little. I would wrestle at the age of 4, diving off a bunk bed onto the floor onto my brother.
That's fun.
Well, that's how we did it, dude.
Yeah.
Since 4 years old.
So who was the guy that actually inspired? Like, who was the main wrestler that inspired you to get into wrestling? Like, overall, so far?
Like you, Crimson Sting is one of my biggest inspirations. I want to meet Sting. I hope he were at WWE Live, even though he's retired. Would have been a great guy to meet. Because some of my moves, as you know, are based off of Sting. The way I use the submission move he uses, but I call it the Wolf's Howl. So
that's not copyright, guys. Just to let you know, the moves that we do are our own versions of things, and any moves that you do see on WWE and things like that, we do them obviously ourselves, but we don't copyright them and keep them as the same name. We tend to change the names, obviously, to avoid copyright and stuff like that, including the music and everything. Just to clarify that with you guys out there. So yeah, anyway. Going on to end of this month, we have our first live, well, not our first live show, but we have a major live show. It's like a charity event, you know, the superhero show. Which matches are you hoping to see and looking forward to, like? Because I know there's not
I'm
really...
looking forward to see a few wrestling comes in, because as you know, I'm supportive of your career. When I was general manager at SWF, I gave you basically the golden opportunity to become nearly the longest reigning world heavyweight champion.
I was close.
I gave you that opportunity, but I've watched your career develop in SWF, and I'm looking forward to see how you work back into favour of giving back to the SWF. I like your matches. Your matches won the most entertaining crowd-drawing matches in SWF. You may be the extreme artist, but I remember when I would put in a ring with you and we put on one hell of a show.
Well, thank you for that, dude. And just to confirm, guys, on the 29th of May, I will be going against my own brother, believe it or not. We have both agreed to go against each other for this charity event.
Not me.
Me and Crisis, should I say, my other brother. We have both agreed for charity reasons to go against each other in our specialty match, which is a hardcore match. Well, hardcore match. We like to call it an old school backyard, an old school backyard war, basically. So who do you reckon will win that one? Actually, I know I've asked quite a few people, and they're too unsure because we know each other like the back of our hands, obviously, because we've been tag team partners for about 10, 11 years. So it's one of those.
To say it's two brothers, but you've been doing SWF longer than your brother has, and you've been coming with the style you have, the determination you have that I've seen, Crimson, I believe you could come out on top. Even though it's your own brother, he may be younger. Some people believe the younger brother may have the speed, the agility compared to the older one, but you're both nearly skinny guys. You, Crimson, and Crisis are skinny, and you both have that energetic feel. In the match, when I've seen you tag team, you're both energetic, you work together, so I believe you would come out on top.
It's a very hard decision, and as I said before, my friend, it's a 50-50 chance. As I say, it's for charity, and whoever wins, obviously, brothers and brothers, we're not going to obviously try not to kill each other, but you never know. Anything can happen. No, I'm joking. So who else would you like to see at Aftershock, or like this live show what we've got in end of this month, or even the big show, the Fair Park Festival show in Sheffield on the 25th of June, guys?
The Park one, I will like to say, ladies and gentlemen, I am a confirmed appearance for Fair Park. I haven't got an opponent yet. That's the only issue, but I will find one eventually. But I want to see Carnage at Fair Park. I want to see him at all the events that we've got planned, because Carnage is one. He's the world champion. He's got to defend it. He's got the belt. He's got to be the face of this company, even though he's typically not a nice person.
No, he's not. Just to let you know, guys, we do have a special Crimson podcast coming up with Carnage, just to let you guys know. For those who do not know who Carnage is, he is from he is from SNW, which is Slam National Wrestling. He is part SNW and SWF are a partnership with each other, as well as EMW, which we will hopefully get Harry G on the podcast at some point as well. So yeah, he's not really a nice guy, but I've spoken to him backstage and things like that, and he does sound pretty cool, don't get me wrong, he is a pretty cool guy, but when he's out there in the ring, he's like Kane, just a very more extreme version of Kane, basically, and that's saying something.
He choke slamming me last event. It did not work. It may work once, but you know, there's a rivalry still burning for me and Carnage, but one day we will face again. May not be in an SWF ring, maybe in an SPW ring.
You never know, guys.
Yeah.
SPW, check it out on YouTube. It will be on YouTube soon. SPW, Stampede Backyard Wrestling, guys. Anything can happen in SPW, trust me. And also, as well as that, we have so many surprises in SWF as well, so please come along and watch. If you can't watch it in person, watch it on YouTube. Hopefully, when I do get the links for the shows, I'll put them in the description and just check it out. Anyways, dude, going slightly off that now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so difficult asking different questions because this is the problem. Like, every single time I have a podcast, it's usually the same questions that come up. But another question that I have is, what happened to the Wolfpack? May I ask? Like, how come the Wolfpack just suddenly disappeared like a few months back?
Well, the Wolfpack vanished after I attacked the last member ages ago, when it was known as the Wolfpack, but due to copyright I changed the name, Pact. But then a member who's now the Intercontinental Champion, the Husky Warrior, he's not showed up for a while. And I'm still due a rematch clause for the IC title, as well as you are, Crimson.
Yep.
See,
you never
you never
know.
got your rematch. I never got mine. But, scrap that bit. Like, just ignore the IC title for a sec. But the pact, it was supposed to be me and the Husky Warrior. But after the Husky Warrior's disappearance again, he's disappeared again. I'm having to find new members, and I have got one in stock for everyone. But everyone will have to wait at Aftershock to find out the newest member of the pact.
Well, we will find out our Aftershock, guys. We will find out our Aftershock. But no, anyway, dude. I've got a few more questions. Like, is there anything you would like to ask me? Would like to ask John here, or anyone like that? Like, if there's anything you want to know about us,
Well,
just
I want to ask you both a question. You, Crimson, and John. I want to ask you. Right. The wrestlers in SWF, obviously, Crimson, you've been us, but you couldn't make your debut for a while. And John, you've recently becoming the referee for us.
Yeah.
Who was your actual SWF wrestler inspiration to join the company?
Ooh.
fucking hell, that. I'll let you ask this one, dude. I'll let you answer this one first
Oh,
because.
thank you. There's many. There's James
Westner.
there's you. There's
Cheers.
Leo Libra. There's Carnage. Everyone's an inspiration to everyone. So, yeah.
My main inspiration that actually got me into SWF, I wouldn't even say it were an inspiration, really. It's more of an approach and a fiery sort of... It's kind of like a challenge. But the first ever match I had was against Wrecking Ball for the IC title, and Wrecking Ball, as you guys probably don't know, he's a big-ass motherfucker, trust me. And... in the training sessions, I learned a lot from him and other people. Like, and I learned all sorts from. He's the main guy that I went to if I wanted to try something or things like that. And this side splitter as well. Like, he was another guy that helped me through a lot. Crazy John, he helps me through the safety aspects of going through like thumbtacks and things like that. And there's so many people that has sort of helped me through it all. I wouldn't call it as an inspiration. It's more of reassurance. Because me, as I say, I've been wrestling for roughly about 10 years, going on 11 years. And it's crazy how people at SWF are so nice, like behind the scenes and behind the cameras and things like that. To help me through it, to develop my, like Leo Libre, he helped me through my character. There was Side Splitter that helped me with my nerves and my confidence, and like there was like you for helping me go through through the matches and things like that, and like William the Reaper Hemshaw, he helped me like go through what we could do, like the spots we could do, like we listened to each other and stuff like that, and to go from first ever match, like for just a tryout match at the training session, to go from that to Game Over, where I actually made a debut and held the Intercontinental Championship while I was there, and then take that for the World Heavyweight, and then from that to being the first ever unified World Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion. It's unreal because, as I say, there's people in SWF that has helped me through pretty much everything I've done. So I thank you all for that. Like, literally, guys from SWF, honestly, personally here, from me, like the bottom of my heart, like I thank you all for helping me through it and helping me through the hard times and helping me develop my character and like helping me out, trying new moves and training and building confidence and things like that. I really do thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and hopefully in a few years' time, obviously SWF will be the company that we want it to be. So yeah, I know that was probably the longest ever fucking statement I've actually ever made, like, but it's damn right true. So, you know, what was your? I'm going a bit on to like, because I saw Side Splitter's live stream on Facebook.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? Have you fought?
It's been a John Cena.
Apparently John Cena's in the room. Anyway, so yeah, like the top 5, like in the past 10, who would like the top 5 matches that you've been in, like starting from 5 to number 1, and then after that, the top 5 matches, like currently that we've done at the shows
top
this
5.
year. Well, we can even do top 10, it's up to you, dude, but like the top 10 matches that you've been in from the beginning to now, and then the top 10 matches you've seen recently, like late, like last year, this year kind of matches kind of thing.
Because I've watched pretty much every show that's come through SWF as part of when I was general manager for the company. As the anonymous general manager has revealed, and that event's still not been uploaded, but forget that. But Mosh Pit 2, I made my return to the company after a long injury of 6 months. My top 5 matches that I've been in were, first one with you, which I was glad with. I won the IC Championship off you. That added a free title reign for me for SWF.
What, 3-time?
Split is my second. I won the IC title off him twice, maybe 3. I won it directly off him once. I won it as a second prize in a mosh pit, the first ever mosh pit in 2014, which were the actual second time I wrestled in SWF.
Fucking hell.
Because I've been here since 2014 with SWF. I'm on the originals, as we call it. Third match were with Carnage, because I enjoyed that, even though I went through hell and back.
Well, you went through Carnage and back, more like, not hell and back, it's more with Carnage and back. Watch now, Carnage will probably see this and drop me a message saying, now then, fucker, I want to fight you, or some shit like that. When you never know what happens. So anyways, carry on, dude, sorry about
that. It's alright. My third match that I top 5, obviously, actually 4th match, sorry, I've already said that, because Carnage put me through, like, the Apocalypse. I went through Apocalypse with him. My 4th match, I've done a one-on-one match before with the Husky Warrior. To say I burst in for the first time ever on a singles match, I would pretty much his proper first ever one-on-one for a title. I will say that he did throw a good match. Obviously, I smacked him a lot with a load of bacon trays that we used.
Yep. Exclusively at Crimson.com.
Yeah, you were the referee for that match, actually.
Yeah, I was.
You were a special referee. My 5th match is something I've watched, actually. My 5th match I enjoyed was when you won the World Heavyweight Championship.
I actually broke my hand on that match, guys, by the way, but I managed to carry on all the way through, and I'll be honest with you, it fucking hurt after. But my hat off to Leo Libra for that one. So yeah, we might even have him on the podcast soon, so you never know. Anyways, dude, the top 10 recent matches that you have seen in SWF for the past year, 2016 to 2017.
Alright. 5-on-5 has to be the top one, due to the fact the first ever one were the 5-on-5. I know I was supposed to be a part of that, but
you ran away.
Everything happened. I didn't run away.
You ran away because you saw my face because I'm surprised the fucking camera hasn't broke, but well, broken should I say?
I was actually supposed, obviously, you asked me the Pike to be on your team, but then it were something else happened to the point I fought on the other team without knowing. I would never fought in a match without knowing.
Nah, so, I'm only joking, dude.
Second match I've ever seen were Carnage versus Psychosis. Obviously, that built up a rivalry that ended up changing because of me.
That was very interesting. That I did enjoy that myself.
Yes, obviously the white mask looks familiar that I wore to when Carnage was attacked.
Yeah.
The third match were again Team Demons versus Team Glorious. Even though you didn't win, you won Crisis, but you pulled off another match.
Speaking of Team Glorious and the Demons, me and my brother Crisis, it has been confirmed, guys. Like I said on the last two podcasts, at the Firth Park show, the live SCW as we're going to be called, live at Firth Park Festival. It will be the Demons versus Team Glorious, round 2 for the Tag Team Championships, and it will be a Tornado Tag Extreme Rules match. So if you do live in Sheffield or around that area in England, obviously, put that back. Obviously, get yourselves down, guys. It's free, and just enjoy. So yeah. Anyway, carry on, dude. Sorry about that.
It's alright. Obviously, one of my fourth match I've ever done. Sorry. Fourth match that I've watched was actually Team Glorious versus myself, even though they won within about 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, true.
They won within 5 minutes because the tournament was so long with the amount of tag teams you had.
Yeah,
you had rookie ones that have never fought before, then you had some that did. And obviously you've got me, the leader at Python, which I'm revealing the newest member on Aftershock. But the fifth one, because I'm going to do 5, because I can't think of any others. Fifth and final top 5 match I've ever seen was it were Clayton Andrews versus Side Split, the 3 stages of hell.
Yeah.
The SWS first ever 3 stages of hell match.
Yep. Well, that was very interesting to see. I do agree. Yeah. As well as on that pay-per-view, dude. Obviously, and I'm not boasting when I say this or anything, but one match I did enjoy actually doing was actually the first ever meeting of me and Carnage, which ended up becoming a fatal triple threat Killer Marsh death match. Well, a death match, should I say, which...
between Leo
in all honesty, Carnage? I know Carnage, obviously, is the world champion, and I'm not shooting on anyone, but he did steal it from me, obviously, because I went through the tax and everything, but at the end of the day, it's over and done with. Me and Carnage, obviously, hopefully, we're going to be going against each other soon, but this time, one-on-one. And, yeah, I'm not making any propositions or anything like that, because the last 2 fucking podcasts I did, we ended up having Clayton Andrews saying, I want the best of the demons, I want the best out of me and Crisis, the demons, at the live show for the tag team championships in our particular style of match, and that's the reason why me and my brother are going against each other at the charity event, to bring the best out of each other to get ready for the live show. And then after that, we ended up having Kevin King making a challenge to Jackal again. Which those who know, obviously it's the 3 faces of me. There's Crimson, there's Jekyll, and there's also Jack Hyde, which is still yet to make his debut. So we're waiting on confirm on that. Speaking of Jack Hyde, what is are you looking forward to seeing Jack Hyde making his debut even though he's a fucking psycho.
Yeah, I am in a way looking forward because now that we'll have another person or persona, if you will, into SWF, which we ain't got many because I did Maverick Payne and that didn't last long. I nearly got blinded in my own match with the mask itself.
Yeah.
I was having problems with mask all the way, but what I've been speaking to you lately backstage with Jack Hyde making his debut, I am looking forward to seeing what he's capable of, what he'll do, and will he stop at nothing to at least win the title.
So now, obviously, you've held the Sheffield Championship, I believe. You've held the Cruiserweight Championship. You've held the UK Championship the 3 times in a row.
I've never held the Sheffield.
Sorry, dude. Let me rephrase it.
It's alright.
The Cruiserweight Championship, the Intercontinental Championship. You've held the UK Championship. I do believe that you held the. Is it the hardcore or have you had a chance at the world heavyweight or anything?
I've had a chance at the heavyweight. I've never held the hardcore. So I've only held 3 belts in the business, but 3 times with that UK championship.
He's the only guy, by the way, I think Side Split is tied with him now, that's held the UK Championship 3 times in SWF history, and I believe that he held the Intercontinental 4, I believe.
4 months.
Is it 4 times you've held it, or were it 3 times?
Once. The very first. I've only held IC for once.
Fair dues, dude.
Because Wrecking Ball held it for a quite long time.
No, sorry, you've held it twice because you took it off me as well.
Yeah, he took it off you. He held it twice. I've held it once and reigned it for 4 months. UK, I am actually the only one to hold it for 3 times for a very long time. I'm the longest reigning UK champion. So Splitter has only held it twice in his SWF career.
And then there's Crimson that's never held the UK Championship and is probably want to go for the UK Championship soon, but you never know. What title do you want to go for next?
Well, like I said, I'd even go for the hardcore because this is our choice. Mark Dolan's never held the Sheffield, the hardcore, the extreme, the world heavyweight. I've just said that, world extreme.
United
hardcore.
States as well.
United States. And then but hardcore is next for me. I've tried and tried for the world and never held it.
Fair enough, dude.
Because of reasons I've never been able to win.
Well, you never know, dude. My advice is obviously get yourself back onto the winning streak, get yourself back at climbing up the ladder, take 1 step at a time and just never give up. But yeah, we go on, dude. Sorry.
But it never does. It doesn't chance out the SBW World Heavyweight Championship. Even though I'm not in the Rumble, I can confirm now I'm not in the SBW's Rumble. But it never. The only time I can win that belt is off Carnage. Because I think it's only fair, because I want SBW for the people who don't run it. Carnage don't run it, I'm the only one that runs it. I want to give people opportunity at this belt, which I hosted the Rumble about. And I may have, ladies and gentlemen, 2 surprise entrances for that Rumble.
I wonder who they
By the way.
Anyway.
Well, Crimson, you know one of them.
Yep.
So, but going back onto SWF, like you were saying, it's like, you know, I'm trying to get back on a winning streak, and I will eventually.
And I hope you do, dude. So, anyways, good luck to that. Good luck to the next show, the charity superhero show, and good luck to the Aftershock show.
Yep.
I will be seeing you soon, dude, and thank you for being on Crimson's podcast. This is the end of part 1.
Problem.
This is a special podcast, by the way, guys. My next guest will be Mr. James Westney, and I have a lot of questions for him. So thank you, Mark Dolan, again, and I will see you soon.
See you soon, pal.
See you soon. Bye.